Hi and welcome to this quick video demonstration of the RevTrak and ITSM connector integration. There are two main use cases for the RevTrak ITSM connector integration. The first is its more traditional use case, which is of course ITSM connector reporting production issues to an ITSM or help desk toolset. Now RevTrak is not a traditional ITSM or help desk toolset, but in many cases, SAP shops may wish to utilize RevTrak's capabilities to immediately create tickets straight out of the production. This is great for small SAP shops or organizations that are able to quickly determine when a production issue will cause or require an SAP change immediately. So here I am in a production system. This user has just experienced a runtime error and we have a dump that's occurred. So using help and create a support message, we can engage the ITSM connector and the interface will immediately pop up, and this allows for the user to create that bug or ticket. So we've configured it in this case to generate RevTrak bugs immediately, and it'll raise a RevTrak bug ticket type, which can then deliver the solution for this problem across the landscape. So we can see this will generate a RevTrak ticket and create a new ticket. We have some fields which can be obligatory or populated directly from the ITSM connector screen. I'll go ahead and click the create ticket and we'll get feedback from the system in a moment along with a RevTrak number. Here we can see ticket 797 has successfully been created in RevTrak. So over on the RevTrak master system, I can navigate to 797. Here is the RevTrak request that's automatically being created by the ITSM connector integration. And the benefit, of course, is that we get a lot of information about what's going on in the environment. So ITSM connector has now captured a lot of detail relevant to programmers or developers who want to be able to resolve the issue as quickly as possible. So a bit of information about what the user was experiencing, some system details, creating awareness and familiarization with the problem without the developer having to go and log into the production instance, navigate it, potentially the user having issues describing exactly what they experienced. Rather, we just get immediately the problem and a lot of detail for the developer and the programmer to be able to navigate. And that's automatically attached to the RevTrak request so that the resolution time can be decreased and ultimately the programmer can get to solving the issue as soon as possible. So what I'm going to do now, I'll go into the development system to that same program. Okay, this is the program. If I execute it, we're seeing the same issue over here. So the developer is able to replicate it in the development system. We can then have a look at the code here. We can see that asterisk might have been the issue. So I'll now activate this, create a new transport, and I'll be adding it to the RevTrak request, which corresponds to that made by the ITSM connector. So production issue, choose to continue here. Okay, so we've certainly managed to solve the issue in the development system. That's giving us the expected output here. We can now then utilize RevTrak to move the change across the landscape. So I'll hit the refresh button, have a look at the technical tab. We can see the transport that's created. We can see what's contained in the transport, which is again this object. We can even navigate down and have a look at what's going on with this object, explore through various versions of this object and see where the history of this object from the SAP GUI, or from the RevTrak GUI, I should say. Once I'm happy with this change, I can then progress it over to the QA environment. Choose to continue. Of course, we've got all the built-in safety checks from RevTrak letting users know if there's any dangers moving the transports, dependent objects, sequencing issues. All of that is being produced along the way as we follow the simple workflow. Okay, we can see a green migration sent indicator for Q75, and of course we can navigate over to our quality system where we can run the same program again and make sure that's working as expected, and now it is. So the testing is complete here. We can sign off the testing is complete and progress this change across to production to ultimately resolve the issue. Do that. Once again, safety checks occurring here, making sure that sequencing is correct, dependencies are being honored, anybody impacting the same object on other business requirements are being made aware to the fact that this is in progress. So now we've got a successful migration to P75, and RevTrak says that we've completed this production issue resolution. So now going over to the production system, of course, P75, and this time when I execute, we have the expected outcome rather than the system dump. I hope that helped, and please feel free to navigate to our website for more information about RevTrak and the ITSM connector. Thank you.